From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us on your Wednesday. I'm Jeanelle Slade. Well, some opposing decisions today on the COVID-19 front here in Montana. A district judge rules a local tavern must follow county health restrictions, while state lawmakers decide they will not. Well, the committee that recommends rules for the 2021 Montana legislature met today to hammer out its plan for how the session will meet during the COVID-19 pandemic. Majority Republicans rejected all proposals from Democrats to require public health guidelines during the session. Instead, Republicans voted to create a GOP-controlled leadership response panel that will have the power to react to any COVID-19 crisis during the session. Now, the session is scheduled to convene in person at the Capitol on January 4th. Now, this panel can restrict access to the Capitol if necessary, but it cannot require lawmakers to get COVID-19 tests or vaccines. Earlier today, dozens of Montanans testified before the committee and urged lawmakers not to meet in person in Helena or agree to wear masks and follow other public health guidelines to slow the spread of the virus. But on party line votes, Republicans rejected Democratic proposals to require masks in the Capitol or hold the session remotely or even delay it. Republican State Senator Jason Ellsworth of Hamilton said members will get sick and it's possible they could die. But he says that could happen even if the legislature doesn't meet in Helena and lawmakers need to get to work on the people's business. Now, the rules endorsed on Wednesday will be approved by the full legislature when it convenes next month. Well, a lawsuit testing the strength of a county COVID order wrapped up today in Bozeman. Gallatin County took on the famous Rockin R Bar for staying open past 10 p.m. And as MTN's Annie Johnson reports, it appears the local health department has won.
The judge made her ruling in the case with the Gallatin County Attorney and the Gallatin County Health Department against the Rockin R Bar. Let's head to the courtroom for more.
This was a obviously very difficult decision for the community.
Wednesday continued day 2 of the hearing where the court heard concluding testimony from the owner of the Rockin R Bar.
To use part of these monies, the Small Business Association money and the CARES money, to pay payroll that got to your employees, correct? And you're no longer able to ask for that money because you decided that you weren't going to follow the 10 p.m. closure rule.
In all due respect, I don't agree with that assessment.
After Hope testified for several hours between the attorneys, closing arguments were made.
And the preliminary injunction is needed to preserve the status quo and minimize the harm to all parties.
Let alone, was there any testimony or any basis that closing between 12:30 and 10 o'clock has any factual or scientific basis?
The judge's ruling upheld the health department's orders because she said the orders are presumably constitutional and within the department's authority. The judge's decision today just means that the owner of the Rockin R Bar, Mike Hope, does have to follow local orders and close his bar by 10 p.m. And if he does not, then more legal action can be taken. His attorney said that then he would be held in contempt of court for going against the judge's orders, but he assured me that Mike will follow the orders and close the bar by 10 p.m. Reporting in Bozeman, Annie Johnson, MTN News.
Thanks, Annie. In other news, Billings police are now asking for help to locate a driver who seriously injured a pedestrian and fled the scene. Now, the vehicle was damaged on the front driver's side and left car parts where the impact happened about 2 weeks ago. Officers followed a trail of radiator fluid and believe the vehicle traveled west on Central Avenue to 32nd Street, then to Gable Road onto Zoo Drive and across the interstate to Elysian Road. Police want to hear from mechanics and any residents with surveillance cameras in that area. If you have information, please call police. Well, since frontline healthcare workers across the state started getting the COVID-19 vaccine yesterday, health authorities report another 10 Montanans have died due to the virus. 7 of those victims are from Flathead County, and Yellowstone, Lewis and Clark, and Ravalli counties each report 1 death today. Also today, the total numbers of confirmed cases across Montana surpassed 75,000. Well, Billings school students identified as contacts of someone who tests positive for COVID-19 will spend less time in quarantine. Instead of a 14-day period, students will be able to return to class after 10 days. However, some of those students in extracurricular activities such as athletics, band, or chorus must stay out the full 2 weeks. As health officials say, that is still the safest time frame to reduce the risk of spreading the virus.
So that means students involved with sports will be able to attend the practice, but they will not be able to participate until day 15. Students that are involved with band, especially horn instruments, anything that requires, a lot of that would create droplets, additional droplets that go out. We're going to hold those students in they're not able to participate until day 15, but they will be able to attend.
Now, the district is considering releasing staff members from quarantine after 7 days who have shown no signs and have tested negative, but that is still being discussed. Well, at a time when social distance has forced families apart, the Billings Food Bank is offering Christmas meals for pickup or delivery at no cost. To receive a meal, simply call 259-2856. That's 259-2856 by noon Wednesday, December 23rd to get your name on the list. You may pick up your meal between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. on Christmas Day. Now, there is limited delivery of meals. Those deliveries will happen around noon on December 25th. There will not be any on-site dining available this year due to COVID-19. Now turning to Chief Forecaster Bob McGuire as our next batch of winter is making its way into the state.
I'm afraid so. Let me show you. We're already putting up a bunch of winter weather advisories. This starts actually tonight at 11 o'clock in the Rocky Mountain front and goes till tomorrow morning about 11 a.m. Could see wintry mix. That's rain mixing with snow and maybe 1 to 4 inches of snow up there in the Rocky Mountain front. In west central Montana by Missoula and just west of Missoula, looking for a winter weather advisory there as well. Wintry mixing 1 to 6 inches of snow. Let's talk about the wind. Eastern slopes of the divide. Look at that. Rocky Mountain front gusting anywhere from 50 to 60 miles per hour possible. That starts on Friday evening and goes right in through Saturday morning. But here's what's happening. The system's not here yet. It's now starting to make its way onshore, but by tomorrow morning, it'll be in western Montana. But then look at this. By Thursday night, maybe some rain showers in eastern Yellowstone County. That's what the computer models are saying. But then that moves away, and I think what's happening, most of the snow showers stay on the western mountains. The downsloping winds off the mountains prevent it from making its way into the Billings area. It literally dries up the snowflakes before they get here. We'll have more on this in a few more minutes.
All right, thanks so much, Bob. Well, as we move closer to the holidays, mail carriers are expecting a big increase in deliveries. So we sent Q2's Jeanelle Slade out to the Pioneer Station post office today to see just how many packages need to get under the tree before the holiday.
Well, with the COVID-19 pandemic causing more people to shop online this year, the United States Postal Service is experiencing a higher volume in package deliveries. Here at Pioneer Station behind me on 15th Street, they're experiencing just that. Post Office Station manager said that the 2020 election contributed to a rise in mail earlier this year. But now, due to holiday shopping, the Post Office has already seen a 20% increase in package volume since December of 2019.
I think all the carriers in this particular building had almost 160, if not 170 parcels. So that's bigger packages. Smaller packages were close to 200. So each of them had about anywhere from 300 to 400 scans on them or in their vehicle on Monday alone. So that kind of shows you what they're dealing with every day.
One city carrier who's been working with USPS for a little over 2 years now says this year has definitely been different.
Monday was really bad with COVID and everything, just a lot more packages. People don't want to really go to stores, so doing that online shopping.
Station manager Sobere says that due to the volume of packages this year, people should plan to have their gifts ready for shipment no later than Monday for priority mail to ensure they arrive to their destination in time for the holidays. Reporting in Billings, I'm Jeanelle Slade with MTN News.
Thanks so much, Shaq. Now, Sobere says the people who are looking for a no-contact delivery option, well, they can log onto the USPS website and have package materials sent to their door. They can print out their shipping labels, and a carrier can even pick up and then ship their package. Well, up next on tonight's MTN 530 News right here on Q2, after months of negotiations, a new stimulus check may finally be on the way. We'll have the latest right after this. And in sports, the Eagles of Sydney will once again look to fly high on the wrestling mats.